Hi there, welcome back to Artopia, the place where we explore the local Ipswich and surrounding community and all things art. My name is Grace Lofting. On this episode of Artopia, we catch up with Mason Whitton, professional makeup and body artist. Later on, and an update from what's on this week, but first, joining Eli at the table is the wonderful Stella Gibbs.
Thank you, Grace. My name is Eli Bunyung, and joining me today, as was said, is Stella Gibbs. Thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
My pleasure. Yeah.
So Stella, we've actually got one of your amazing pieces here with us today, and I was wondering if you would talk us through this piece for us.
Yes, it's a piece of Ipswich's history that's very important to the people from the previous generations. It was right on the hill at Blackstone, and it was built by Mr. Thomas, and he owned all the mines in the area. And there's a few funny stories about that, because some say he dug the coal out of the grassroots, and others say he dug it out of the grassroots of the houses, and so it was quite an interesting story. But the architect who built that also built the Marburg Seminary.
Yeah, cool.
So it's a beautiful building, but it's all gone now. It fell down.
Yeah. And were those kind of the reasons that you decided to do this piece of art?
Yes, I did, yes.
Yeah.
Because I just think those sort of things need to be preserved.
Yep.
And a lady I knew had a photograph that she'd had from childhood, and she lent it to me, so I did it from the photograph.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
I was just wondering as well, with preservation, because art is so important to be able to preserve what we have in our community.
Yes.
How do you think the community can help you to preserve and to continue art?
We have got a wonderful arts group here that support each other and help each other with things. I haven't been involved recently because I've been very involved in something else that took up a lot of time. But I do think we need to work together and have more little shows and things so that people can come and see and learn more about our history.
Yeah, beautiful.
You know, there's so many lovely buildings that have gone that should never have gone.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes, we can save them through the art.
Yeah, beautiful. And I think that's so important. That things that have been taken away from us in the past get to be preserved from art, and it's amazing that you're a prime example of it, and I guess that happens in a lot of different situations, and it's so great that you've got a community that is willing to
supporting.
Yeah.
And we've also got some lovely historians who have put the stories behind the pictures too. So it was only in recent years when Bunnings was built that all those lovely townhouses in West Ipswich were all demolished, and I think that's sad because that's who we were.
Yeah, beautiful.
We were a mining town, we were a wool town, we were, they had pubs galore, like something like 20 pubs.
Yeah, wow.
Just in one street,
Thank you for showing us your inspiring work. It's been so amazing to hear you speak about what you do.
Thank you.
Speaking of inspiring, young Mason Whitton had a passion for art, and he never let it go, and his dreams are becoming a reality. We were lucky to have a chat with Mason at his in-home studio. Take a look.
My name is Mason Whitton. I'm originally from Ipswich, Queensland, Australia, and I'm a makeup, body painter and tattoo artist. I specialize mainly in creative, graphic liner, landscape body painting, and black and white design tattoos. I've been doing art since I was about 3. My mum always let me paint, sculpt, draw. And then when I got into high school, we had a lot of art classes where I started experimenting with pastel colors and sculpture, and that eventually got me into watching YouTube, which had a lot of makeup tutorials, and I found like certain YouTubes that did colorful makeup, and that really inspired me to transform art on a canvas to art on my face, so it's like a different medium. And I just fell in love with it instantly. I think I've been doing it for 3 years now, and I am a professional technically. The most enjoyable piece of artwork I think I've ever created was probably when I did the Australian Body Art Competition. It was in April of 2021. It was just after COVID had lifted a lot of restrictions, and the theme was time travel, and I decided to play off Australian environment by showing the past and the present of the Great Barrier Reef. I had heaps of meeting new artists from all around Queensland, and I was like the youngest person there, and it was my first ever competition that I've ever competed in, and I got People's Choice Award, and I got first place, which was absolutely insane. I would definitely like to see I know there is a makeup expo, but I feel like there should be one that's available for all ages, because I feel a lot of people would really enjoy being able to just go and see what creative makeup / artists are able to create out of body painting and sculptures and costumes, kind of like your Comic-Con but for makeup artists. Being an artist, first and foremost, once I got into makeup, I did a short course in 2020, and then I did a diploma in 2021, which resulted in me getting a job at Mecca Maxima, which is like one of the biggest beauty brand locations in the Southern Hemisphere. And I've been a host there for about 7-8 months, which is like the best job I've ever had. But then it's also led me into becoming a tattoo apprentice at one of the local shops that I live near. I'm on most platforms, so Mason Whitton, which is my first and last name, on Instagram, then Mason Whitton 02 on TikTok, and then I have my private accounts and everything as well.
So fortunate to have a chat with Mason, truly doing some exciting things.
Mason has a bright future ahead of him, that's for sure. Be sure to follow him on Instagram at Mason Whitton and on TikTok at Mason Whitton 02. Now we have some exciting news about what's on in the community this week.
The Australian Tattoo Expo is coming up this month on the 15th to the 17th. So be sure to go along and check out some amazing tattoo artists. And the blacksmith blade classes at the Savage Custom Knives holds a beginning knife blacksmithing class every fortnight. So go along to that too. It sounds like so much fun. They're on from the 9th to the 23rd of this month.
Also on the 9th is Alcohol Ink Art Workshop at the Soul Nook Collective. So have a few drinks and make some art. It's a cap class of up to 16, so be sure to get your tickets soon. On the 22nd of July, 7:30 to 9 p.m, there's Aggro Up Late. If you want to have a good night, go ahead to that at the Ipswich Civic Centre. The tickets are on sale on ipswichciviccentre.com.au. Don't miss it. Now, to recap, we have the Australian Tattoo Expo on the 15th to the 17th of July from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Blacksmith blade classes are on the 9th and the 23rd of July and every fortnight from then on. Alcohol Ink Art Workshop at the Soul Nook Collective on the 9th of July. Aggro Up Late is on the 22nd of July at the Ipswich Civic Centre. And find out more of what's on at discoveryipswich.com.au. That's a great lineup, so be sure to check them out and support the local arts community.
That brings us to the end of this week's episode of Artopia. Some amazing talent this week, and be sure to tune in next week as we continue to bring light to the artists of our local community.
Follow us on our socials on Instagram and Facebook at Artopia Ipswich. My name is Eli Bunyang.
And I'm Grace Lofting.
We'll see you next time on Artopia.